Good evening, my friend, and welcome home. I am Lou Mangello. It is Wednesday night, and welcome to WDW Radio Live. If you are watching live, thank you so much for being here. Grab a snack, tag, and invite a friend, and sit back and relax. Got a lot of fun stuff to talk about tonight. If you're watching on the replay, be sure to join us every Wednesday right here at 7:30 p.m. Eastern in the WDW Radio Clubhouse, where you can be part of the community and conversation. If you're not watching there, come join the fun at wdwradio.com/clubhouse. First things first, I am so happy to be back. I apologize for last week. Life has a way of getting in the way, and I was traveling back from New Jersey, where I was broadcasting from, I guess, 2 weeks ago. I'm losing all track of space and time in the continuum, but we got a lot of fun stuff that I want to go over and chat about with you tonight, and certainly answer any of your questions as well. We're going to talk about this week's podcast. We're going to talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm going to tell you what Magic Mail is. Some of you may know, some of you may not. We're going to talk about our Marvel Day at Sea cruise, maybe a little 20 questions contest. I have a new prize that literally just came in that I really dig a lot, and I want you to be the first one to possibly get your hands on it. Again, thank you for being here. Becky says I look rested. I'm not rested, but this is my game face because I get excited to be here. Although I will say I have a very difficult time, by the way. I have a very difficult time relaxing, even when I'm away, when I'm supposed to be. The brain's just always going. However, I will say, as many of you might have seen on my social, I was able to relax at Disney's Vero Beach Resort. There is something about that place because there's a lot to do, but there's not a lot to do. It's a great way to get away if you want to get away. And I think I talked about it somewhere. I don't know. Maybe on social about how it's a great... Oh, I know. You haven't heard it yet. You will hear it soon. Vero is a great way to get away, whether you live locally and want to do a staycation, not necessarily at Walt Disney World. If you are traveling to Walt Disney World and maybe want to do something before or after your Disney, I think it's a great thing to do after a Walt Disney World vacation. Like, you need a vacation from your vacation because you've been running through the parks and eating your way through World Showcase. So a couple of days at Vero, it's a quick, very easy 2-hour ride away. Is a nice way. Or I think it's a destination too, in terms of if you're looking for a vacation place to go away, especially now since we can't cruise yet. I'm getting to that. Don't worry. Vero is a really nice... Vero reminds me of Aulani because it is a resort with the Disney level of service without it being overtly Disney. Obviously, right now, there's no character meals, but normally there's a character meals, but there's not a lot of sort of Disney, quote-unquote, in-your-face other than the levels of service that you get. But it really is a nice place to get away, and there's so much great stuff to do and eat in Vero Beach. So... who knows? Maybe there'll be an upcoming podcast about it. Maybe not. By the way, if you're thinking about going to Disney's Vero Beach Resort, Becky, I'm getting to it. If you're thinking about going to Disney's Vero Beach Resort, you can call our friends over at Mouse Fan Travel. They made all of that magic happen for us, and we really had a nice, really nice couple of days to get away. So, and if you go in between like May and July, the sea turtles are there, so you can go out at night and watch the sea turtles. They're nesting on the beach and then making their way back into the ocean. You can learn a lot too, and there's great restaurants, really good restaurants, not just on property, but close by as well. So Jessica says, "Hey stranger, happy Wednesday." I know, I felt so guilty last week. The Catholic Italian guilt meter was like way high, but my plane got in late and I just wasn't able to pull it off, and you would not have wanted to see me after a day of travel and a very long couple of weeks in New Jersey. Best thing about New Jersey, the pork roll, egg and cheese, the bagels, and Joe Leone's, and the pizza, and the chicken parmesan sandwich, and the sausage. It really was all food related. I realized that I as much as I was sad because of the stuff I was dealing with my mom, this has always felt like the most home for me. And we're going to actually do a follow-up live one night to our Moving to Disney show. Right? I want to sort of revisit that with the folks that joined me on the show and you, now that we're sort of a couple of years removed, especially for some of the people who had just moved here. because as I've moved a lot, both growing up and then as I got older, but I never really found a place that felt right for me except here. And Disney has a lot to do with it, but you have a lot to do with it. Friends have a lot to do with it, and just this environment. So we're gonna touch on that topic once again. Tacey Atkinson, happy birthday, by the way. You, my friend, make 22 look good. So happy birthday to you. Treat yourself and me to some poutine while you are up there. Lot of conversation. I didn't mean to go right to food. I couldn't help it. But Gustavo says, I never stayed at Disney Resort. Frequently vacation in Vero Beach. Very peaceful, very relaxing. I will definitely have to try the Disney Resort. You absolutely should. There's great accommodations there that feel like Disney, whether it be a studio all the way up to a cottage, which can sleep 12. I think so first of all, I posted in the clubhouse, just as sort of threw out there, if anybody was interested, if we did like a group trip to Vero Beach, not anything sort of heavy event specific, but just a bunch of us going there, getting rooms, hanging out by the pool, going down to the beach, eating together, going out together as much or as little as we would like. And there was an overwhelming positive response to that. So we will definitely have to make a group trip out to Vero happen. Who knows? Maybe this summer. I'll talk to my friends over at MEI and MouseFan Travel for all your vacation planning needs. Visit mousefantravel.com. But I had a really, really nice... Katya, I haven't seen you in so long. Hope you are doing well. Amber Bramble says it's Ray Bramble's birthday, too. Happy birthday, Ray. Your name does not flow as wonderfully as Amber Bramble does, but happy birthday. Sean's asking about the group meetup. A lot of people asking about that when Ryan Donahoe from Forcecast says, speaking of food, got a boathouse brunch for Sunday when 3 weeks ago, had to go back. It was that good. Ryan Donahoe, 1, I agree. 2, where's my invitation? And 3, see number 2. I have to go back and do boathouse brunch again as well. I also think I need to do, you know what, maybe next week. Oh, this is going to be tough. If I had to do a top 5 live brunches in Walt Disney World, yikes. Because you know I love the boathouse, and I also love the homecoming, and there's some other brunches that might not necessarily... I need to do a little bit more research first. Watch this. If only there was somebody, like maybe even close by, who would go and help do research with me for some brunches in Walt Disney World, I would have a much more effective and efficient podcast about it. But Stuart says, hey man, I'm going to need a Gibson burger soon. Well, you know Boathouse is the place. I haven't been to Boathouse in weeks. I'm having a little bit of both Boathouse withdrawal, and I'm also having funky chicken withdrawal from Everglades. And I think over the next few days, I'm going to have to remedy that, even though I know it's a little bit more crowded with the spring break crowds. Very interesting that, and Brian, I'm putting this up only because I can record it and take a screenshot of you promising that you owe me one. I think you owe me 2. I'm kidding, but I would just love to get together and have brunch again. Marcus Val, good to see you as well. A lot of love for homecoming brunch. House of Blues, Beatrice Dennis. Beatrice Dennis, I met one of your friends today. I'll talk to you about it offline. Zach Brown says, you know I could be there in 7 minutes. I'm just saying bao buns at the Wave is not the stupidest idea that I've ever had. I've been talking about it for weeks, and I haven't had dinner, and I don't even think I had lunch today again. Did I? No. Oh, I didn't. Oh, man. Yeah. If I were a foodie, Jeremy Marahowski says, I wish I was a foodie, but going to Broadhouse on Mother's Day, that's a nice way. That's a nice way to celebrate with your lovely young bride. And when you go, tell them Lou sent you. It probably doesn't do anything, but go. Matthew Woolley says, if you haven't done the California Grill brunch, you need to. You're yelling that I need to, so I'm going to take that as a directive. Lisa Nora Glasser says, I would run to the Wave right now. By run, I hope you mean drive, because a sweaty you at the Wave is not how I would want to enjoy it. You would sit over there, and me and Zach Brown will sit over there and enjoy our bao buns and cauliflower taco. If somebody remembers or can look up the live review we did of the Wave for lunch, the love and the joy that the cauliflower tacos surprisingly brought us was very, very much unexpected. But now I'm thinking about bao and tacos. All right, I need to switch gears. Because otherwise we're going to go off on the food tangent. And Becky Mencken says, so I'm seeing lounge reviews, food reviews, and brunch review in May. That's a lot of Becky. Like it's like I initially went through like Becky withdrawal for like the first day, and then I had like the whole year to like recover. It's like recovering like from smoking or something, right? And I got over it, but now you're coming back and I'm excited and nervous all at the same time. It's like we're starting our relationship all over again from scratch. We're going to eat so well. We will eat very, very well, I promise you. And maybe even record a couple of those too. I know. Lounge reviewed, I promised. Amanda Catherine Cicero said, I think I had cauliflower tacos 3 times last week. At the Wave, did you go to the Wave 3 times last week? That's not me criticizing. That's me being very proud of you. And Becky says the Wave was show number 570, and we do have a lot to make up for. We have a lot to make up for. So, yeah, I know. Isaac, food is not a tangent. I guess everything else we talk about really is tangential to the conversations about food. When I named the show WDW Radio, I should have really incorporated food in there somewhere. It's like food and then all the other stuff on top of that. So, call me when I'm in town. I'll treat you when. Ryan Donahoe, you know what? Not cool, man. 13 years starting over. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can handle it either. Let's just continue on where we left off. We were in a good place. So, all right, let's speaking of continuing on, first things first, I want to thank, speaking of giving thanks, I want to thank some of the new and longtime members of the Nation family this week, including Timothy Remele, Terry Gaff, my buddy Tony Mendyke, known Tony a long, long time, Nick Young, Patrick Knapp, and Kim Huang. I really appreciate your love and your friendship and support. I love being able to give back to you each and every month. If you want to find out how you can help the show for as little as $1 a month, Becky, I see you telling Ryan to call you. If you want to find out how you can help the show for as little as $1 a month, visit WDWRadioNation.com and get some cool rewards. I do monthly scavenger hunts, care packages from Walt Disney World. We do live video group calls, and I've got a couple other fun things that I'm planning as well. So, Kenyon says, rather than doing that retro show that I've been talking about, just doing a food-focused tangential podcast. That's kind of what the podcast is now. It's just under the guise of being WDW Radio. There's always, even if there's not a food-related show, there's going to be food incorporated, including this week's show, a nice transition, Mangello, where we talked about the music of World Showcase with Lisa DeNoto Glassner, the aforementioned Zach Brown from the Zach Brown Show, and Jason Knapp. Marion Mangello says, Dad, please respond to my text. I will pose the question to you. What did you think of part 1 of our look at the Music of World Showcase? And from the pavilions that we covered, what are some of the music, what are some of the background tracks or the themes that you enjoy from any or all of those? And how surprised were you when you heard Bing Crosby and the Andrews Sisters singing the Three Caballeros? I almost broke out into a really bad Bing Crosby, but I won't do that to you. Marion wants to know which one. Sorry. There you go, Marion Mangello. I'm being paged by my daughter, right? Jim Warhowski loves the Epcot music show. We had a lot of fun, although I will tell you that the music shows I love doing, it takes hours. So do you like the background music in the background? Because it takes hours to do, and I love that creative part of putting the show together, and especially when somebody mentions the name of a piece of music that you might like. I don't know what, Wilted Flower is. I want you to be able to hear it so you can make that association. And then if you want to try and find it over in Spotify or just even next time you go to the parks. Bill Daniel says, Marion, please bring me food. I haven't eaten in a long time. Or Marion, you can come and we can all go to the Wave and get bao and cauliflower tacos. Tacey is eager to hear Coco in Mexico. I think I played that. In the background as we were talking about Mexico. And I like, I think some people hear that Disney IP and Disney music is being incorporated into World Showcase and they get nervous that it's going to be either intrusive or somehow interrupting from a cultural perspective the feel and the flow of music. And I don't think that is the case with Ratatouille or Mulan or Coco in Mexico. I think that it's incorporated and arranged in such a way that it's familiar, but it's not disruptive at all. Um, Marcus Val, also local. Table for 25. Name. You know what? We're going to put it on the Mankin account. We're going to put tonight's dinner on the Mankin account. Karen, I promise you a nation call. I was thinking about that today, trying to figure out when I can schedule one before the end of the month, probably next week. So stay tuned if you're a member of the nation for that email. I tried when you played it, still cry. Mark Schallner says, I love me some Munchenstedt ein Hofbrauhaus. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to anybody who is of any type of German descent for doing that. I try to desperately pronounce best that I can. David Potts says, I love the BGM and the podcast. It's what hooked me in. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And I usually with these, I like to go back and listen both in the car and in headphones because you get a very different experience if you listen via headphones. I think it really sort of helps to punctuate what we're talking about because you can hear it a lot more richly in headphones. Mark is excited for part 2. That Canada song is so good. Both versions of it, multiple versions of the Canada song. Kevin Shea says, great episode this week. Love Epcot. Side note, how do we like the new child toy from Star Wars Hasbro? So, Kevin, I posted about the child on my Instagram yesterday. Let's see if it's still here. And it's gone. I did. There's a new, I still wish I still had it up. There's a new Grogu collectible toy figure animatronic from Hasbro that it's an eating Grogu. Do you remember like the dolls when you were a kid? Especially, oh God, what was she called? There was like a doll that you would like feed it. It's like a Grogu that you can feed. And I think it comes with like fake food and it smiles. And it's really, really cool. I'll try and reshare it again. I think I shared it in the clubhouse if anybody has a link to it. Ratatouille music also played at the Wave where they have Bao. Zach Brown, you know the way to Lou Mangello's stomach is through his stomach. And if you keep saying bow, I might just pull the trigger and go through it. Beth says, I got to admit, I pretty much skip from Italy to England quickly. So I think that when you say skip, you mean physically like skipping down the promenade, like you're not skipping all the pavilions in between. You like the music so much that it helps you skipping in between. Jeremy Goff says, the background music is great, but if it's too hard to pronounce, you can just hum it. We don't mind. You don't want to hear that either. Although I do believe Jason at some point was trying to sing or hum, what was the song from China? Frozen fruit, dragonfly, dragonfruit. I don't know. I'm stuck on the word fruit, and I know fruit is not in there at all. Curtis says music shows are a trip back every time. Carrie's looking forward to part 2. My German didn't sound angry enough. PGM, please, no more acronyms. It makes my heart. Yeah, so Matthew Woolley, Bing Crosby, and the Andrews sisters are one of the many performers, both English-speaking and Spanish-speaking, that covered the Three Caballeros in the 50s and 60s. And again, if you look for that song, especially on Spotify, or even if you look on, let me see. I think if you, I'm not going to do it now, but I think if you look on Instagram, if you type in Three Caballeros, yeah, there's a lot. Again, many of these I can't pronounce, but there are way more versions of Three Caballeros than I would have expected. Zach Brown, we'll keep in touch. Baby Alive, Betsy Wetsy. Yeah, I didn't actually have those dolls, but I do. It does, Paul Clark. It eats the little purple frog thing. And I wish I had a picture that I could pull up. If somebody can link to the link in the clubhouse, that would be super helpful because I've got way too many devices going on right now. Amanda Bonner from Disney Travel for All. Nice to see you again. Lisa Norton Glass says, oh, look, the Wave is available at 8:40 p.m. Yikes. and I have pants inside too. I mean, not here, but I have pants inside. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll go to the Wave and do like part 2 of the show. We'll see. We'll see. Stop tempting me with all of your wavy bow cauliflower goodness. Amy says, I wish Ireland had its own pavilion. Isn't there a blue cookie thing? Yes, there is. There's the little sort of the macaron. It looks like a little macaron. Kate Wallace said she could take us with you. I've been saying about going to the Wave for weeks on end. Is tonight going to be the night? We'll see. We'll see. Michael Goldtrap, our favorite World Showcase music was Off Kilter. You know, there's a lot of live musical acts that we have unfortunately lost over the years, either because of their contracts expired. I think sometimes they just want to freshen up some of the acts. I know Off Kilter was one that was very much beloved, and a lot of people miss. I really do believe that the acts that are currently no longer playing because of COVID will be back. And I know nothing other than the wishful thinking in my heart. So Mazzaritza, the Sergio, all of the performers around World Showcase on the Promenade, I believe and I hope that they will come back at some point. And I think we're starting to get close. Knock on wood. Florida, going to Florida and New Jersey, you can see there's a bit of a disparity in terms of where they are in terms of what's being open. But I know here in Florida, I know a lot of people who've gotten not just first dose, but second dose of vaccine, and we're starting to see things opening up and improving. And I think that's an overall good sign for the whole country and the whole world, where we can start traveling, not just, in New Jersey, a lot of people still aren't traveling out to eat. So whether it's traveling out to eat or traveling across country or coming to Walt Disney World or going on a cruise or going overseas, I look forward to that happening, and it looks like we're on the right path. So Maggie just made all I saw was I made a reservation for the Wave, and I thought you meant tonight. I'm like, well, now if all these people are making a reservation, now we have to go. But Steven Schwitz, I'm looking to Becky to answer. If I missed a question, keep going on. So Marcus says, Off Kilter is still here. They played at St. Patrick's Day Festival in Winter Garden last year. Love seeing them again. That's really good to know. Same thing with Mazzaritza. Mazzaritza is they're local, because I've seen them play at a Japanese festival 2 or 3 years ago I think it was held in Kissimmee. So I think that they're here. I think that they're willing and ready to come back. I am excited for it. So Kate Wallace says she will eat out. So I have family that came in from New York, New Jersey this week, and we sat outside at a restaurant here locally, and it was the first time that my cousins had eaten at a restaurant since last March. So I get that, we're getting there slowly but surely. So, and I see a lot of you saying that you got your first or second dose, and I'm super happy for all of you to see that. Becky says, the Dolphin used to have an amazing Bloody Mary. Becky, that's actually not true. The Dolphin had 5 Bloody Marys, because they had one from Finn's, from Shula's, from Kimonos, I think they had 4 different ones that were really good. They had like a Sunday brunch at Finn's in the lobby bar, and the Bloody Marys are like meals. So I don't know. I don't think they're back yet. Homecoming absolutely has them. Boathouse has I know I'm a Boathouse homer, but Boathouse has a really nice one. Top 5 Bloody Marys. If only I could find somebody local and an Uber driver to help us find the top 5 Bloody Marys. How much fun would that research day be? But Swan and Dolphin, without a doubt. You know what else too? Paddlefish. Paddlefish, I think the play at Paddlefish is you go for brunch, but you sit outside upstairs. Like, go quickly before it becomes 100 degrees again at 10 o'clock in the morning. But sitting outside upstairs, Bloody Marys, splitting a number of appetizers or just eating them all yourself, that I think is the best play for me at Paddlefish. Marla Chan, I am so jealous because you are going and having a cozy cone. Please, please send me pictures, or if you could somehow package one up freeze it and send it out to me. I cannot wait to have a cozy cone once again. I might cry. I might cry when I go back to Disneyland and have my first cozy cone in a long time. Amanda Bonner just booked a Castaway Key double dip cruise on the Dream next year over your birthday through MEI and Mouse Fan Travel. Preach, yo. Yeah, so Becky, yeah, they had the crazy Bloody Marys. Yeah, Lisa says Paddlefish has a crazy Bloody Mary. Jim Orhosky loves Bloody Marys. Is anybody else going to Epcot on Friday? I don't think I am, but I told you I would keep in touch with you. Paddlefish's Bloody Mary is an appetizer in itself. That's like the ones at the Swan and Dolphin. They were really, really good because the one from Kimono's had a skewer of sushi. The one from Shula's had a skewer of filet mignon and something else on it. There was another one that had, from Il Molino, it had almost like an Italian antipasto on the skewer. And there was another one that I can't remember what it had. I know I posted about it when I did it. So, Andrew Prince, what is going on? Would I release the recordings of a Bloody Mary research trip? I say yes, but I would have to wait and see. That might, by the time you get to the end of that top 5, that might be an interesting. We have to probably spread those out over a number of different weekends. So, Darren says we're going to be doing Paddlefish, Boathouse, and California Grill for our May trip. The Lou Mangello must-dos. Darren Boynton, that is a nice vacation. You don't have to even go to the parks after you do those 3. So that is really, really nice. So let me see. Here, the maple bacon at Festival of Favorites is amazing. Had my first Dole Whip Sunday in Epcot. Your first one ever? Interesting. And who knows if that... Well, never mind. I'm getting way ahead of myself. So we're adding Bloody Marys. Becky Mencken, we are going to add Bloody Marys to May to celebrate you leaving your house. And I'm sure at this point, Chris would buy. I'm sure your husband, Chris, would buy just because he's happy to have you out of the house after an entire year of being together. Good Lord. But yes, I will buy you I'll buy a Bloody Mary. And Manny says, don't do 5 Bloody Marys in one day. Somebody would need to carry me home. Look, I am not a huge drinker, at all. Especially in the past probably 7 years, I could probably count on 1 or 2 hands the number of drinks I had. But so I think I'd probably be with you. But for me, it would be more of a sip of the Bloody Marys just for taste, as opposed to pulling a Becky and pounding them down for the alcohol content. Is it true that Rivers of Light is not coming back? So Tacey, let me say this. Unless and until, and this goes not just for Rivers of Light, but for anything. This is the first I'm hearing of this. Unless and until you hear it from Disney, you really need to take those things with a grain of salt. And I'm not going to get into a whole discussion or dialogue about it, but there are a lot of sites out there that unfortunately post and spread false information for the shock value, the social value of people going, oh, look, this site said this is not happening. Unless you hear it from Disney, I would not take anything as true. Oftentimes, there are rumors that may have more credibility than others, but just sort of very much vet your sources. Not every site out there is as reliable as the other. So take them all with a grain of salt. I don't think anything is on or off the table right now in terms of what's coming back and what's not coming back. So, let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of bad information out there. You are right. Becky, no, the internet is not correct on a lot of, yeah. So, and I will admit, I've actually never seen the full show of Rivers of Light. I've just never had an opportunity to go and see it, especially once they redid it and sort of updated it and changed a few things after the initial release of it. So Jeremy says, I've never had a Bloody Mary. I've known trust drinks with giant vegetables in them. So I think I asked this as a trivia question, not as a trivia question, but as a discussion point some time ago. Do you know why and when celery started to be put in Bloody Marys? I'll let you discuss among yourselves and look on the Google. But there is, and it dates back not to like the 40s or 50s or 60s. It dates back hundreds, thousands of years, the ideas of putting celery into a Bloody Mary. So David Casto is from love St. Augustine. I love the Gulf Coast. I love St. Augustine, the oldest city in the United States. I haven't been there in years. Is there still a Ripley's, believe it or not? I remember going as a kid and loving Ripley's, believe it or not. So Greg Dykes, you are correct. It goes back to the Roman times. Yeah, the Greeks that's it. The Greeks and Romans thought it was a hangover cure. They thought it would sort of stop the negative effects of the alcohol by putting celery in. If only that were the case. Like if only can you imagine if eating celery was like the cure-all for everything? Like everything that ails you, it's just a little bit of celery. Or bao buns. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the flavor, Kate. It has nothing to do with the flavor at all. So, let's see. Maggie got married in St. Augustine. By the way, Maggie, I am very excited, quick transition. Very excited to see you and your son Hunter on board our Marvel Day at Sea cruise. And oh, by the way, if you haven't heard, I announced this past week the dates for our Marvel Day at Sea cruise, February 5th through the 10th, 2022, as we leave on the Disney Magic from Miami for 5 nights at sea. Miami, a day at sea, Georgetown, Grand Cayman, Castaway Cay, back in Miami. And I invite you to please join us for not just all of the amazing things that a Marvel Day at Sea and Disney Cruise Line experience has to offer, but if you book as part of our group, there are exclusive meetups, pre-stay hotel specials, group dining, shore excursions, a lot of special surprises, special events that I'm not going to, and if you've been on a cruise with us before, you know some of the things that we do. We've got a couple of things that we're already starting to discuss and work on, and the only way to do it is by booking in the official group through Mouse Fan Travel, and you can get a free, no obligation quote by visiting wdwradio.com/Marvel Cruise. Also, Becky is here in the chat. If you have any questions, you can post them here. I'll try and answer them for you right now. You can also private message Becky or just ask her by adding her right here in the chat. I know we have a lot of people booked already. If you are watching live and you are coming on the Marvel Day at Sea cruise, let me see a yes, a show of hands, hearts, likes, some way to let me know that you're coming, because Becky hasn't shared the list with me. So I have really no idea of who is coming or not as well. She's very mean to me. Despite what you guys think, Becky sometimes is very, very mean to me. I'll show you some of the very hurtful posts and GIFs that I have to Google to even find out what they mean. But what food and non-alcoholic drink should you try at Flower and Garden? Amy Carcatera, so I've only been like 1.5 times. Go to the brunch booth. The brunch booth over by Test Track, and I know that's not the official name for it, but it's the something brunch booth. The Fruit Loop milkshake, everything there is delicious. The Fruit Loop milkshake, there's a corned beef hash with the poached egg on top. I don't remember the other. Wait, no. I should probably just look at the book because I have it right in front of me. Wait, I'm going to tell you exactly, because I liked everything there. Not Taste of Marrakesh. No, I'm going the wrong way. I'm absolutely going the wrong way. It is called not the honeybee, not the citrus blossom. Where is it? The Sunshine Griddle. The Sunshine Griddle has avocado toast, shrimp and grits, corned beef brisket hash, and a fried cinnamon roll bites with cream cheese frosting and candied bacon. And you've got to get the Fruit Loop non-alcoholic shake. I am not a sweets guy, and I loved it, like a lot. And now I want to go to Flower and Garden. The Sunshine Griddle. That's good stuff. That is really, really good stuff. Unfortunately, just because of my time travel. Wow, Becky Mankin, so mean. Can I show people what you just sent me? It's so non-Disney. Wait, you have 5 fingers, but there's only one. Oh, right. I know what that means. I saw that on Yeah, I think I know what that means. Anyway, yeah, the griddle menu is awesome. Definitely check it out. I'm going to try and go to Flower and Garden. I meant to go today, but life got in the way and I was not able to go. I was actually going to do the show from there tonight due to circumstances beyond my control, not the least of which the fact that there was no availability this week. So crowds are back. Obviously, it's spring break, and I believe capacity has been limited and reduced, which is a good thing. So rather than go there, fight the crowds, not that I could even get in anyway, it was a little bit of a busy day, but I will go back, and I promise. My goal was to go and do my top 5 things you need to try. My top 5 live was literally going to happen live tonight. If I don't do it this week, maybe we'll do it next week. If only there was somebody who was like going to be on vacation or be local to come with me to help me sort of get and eat the food as I walk around so I could broadcast and talk about it live. I'm sure I'll find somebody. I'm sure there's got to be somebody who's around. So take us with you to Flower and Garden. Megan, I promise that I will. Father George is going to Flower and Garden mid-May. Father George, I would love to spend a little bit of time with you at Flower and Garden Festival. And Amanda says, I ate my weight in Flower and Garden food last week. I doubt it. I mean, I'm not saying that you couldn't eat your weight. I mean, you're so skinny. Never mind. I'm just going to do nothing but get myself in trouble. Steve says, I'm listening to Lou talk about food while I'm on the treadmill at the gym. You are doing it, Steve, you're doing it wrong. First of all, treadmill and gym should not be ever part of the conversation here tonight. You should be sitting on your couch with a bowl of something, whether it be Doritos, green tea, ice cream, popcorn, tacos, whatever it is, because this is not I could see all the sighing going on. This is not the time and the place to be exercising at all. So the next T-shirt Lou does, if only there was somebody who could design that shirt for me, because I have zero artistic ability whatsoever. So Derek says, I forgot just how many egg rolls I ate at Flower and Garden. I'm so frustrated because I want to get back and I really want to enjoy. I really didn't have a chance to eat a lot, or by a lot, I mean normal Lou Mangello amounts at Flower and Garden Festival. So I'm looking forward to going back. Not for me. I don't do this for me. I do this for you. But the goal right now is next Wednesday, I will do a top 5 live from I take that back. Maybe I'll do it during the day. What if I did a live broadcast from Flower and Garden during the day, because it's a lot easier so you can see as well. It's less crowded. So maybe I'll do like a twofer next week. Maybe I'll do a top 5 live. Somebody write this down because I'm going to forget it as soon as the show's over. I'll do a top 5 live from Flower and Garden during the day, in addition to the live show on Wednesday night as well. So, yeah, because I'll forget by then. So, but again, somebody asked about, here's the link if you're interested in the Marvel Day at Sea Cruise. Speaking of food, we eat well. We eat very, very well when we are there. So, but yeah, I will let you know about next week. I'll try and find the right day, the right time. I'll take a quick look at my calendar. Next Wednesday could work. Next Wednesday, the 31st might work. So we'll see if we can make that happen. Anna Collins, I do need a Jarvis. Becky says, that I think you can remember. Matthew says, do a live show tomorrow. I do not want to work. I don't think I can tomorrow. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 appointments tomorrow. So tomorrow is not going to be able to happen. But all right, let's go down the list of some of the other things I wanted to share with you. Somebody asked earlier about what Magic Mail is and what exactly I was talking about. This is something that we've done. This will be the second year in a row that we're doing this. Huge thanks to Shannon the Elf, who does our gift exchange in December. Last year, because of the pandemic and because we were so unfortunately separated by distance and all the other things that I obviously don't need to go into about what the pandemic did for us mentally and socially. She wanted to come up with a way for us to not only stay connected with each other, but make and meet some new friends as well. And this year, she wanted to bring back our Magic Mail letter exchange, where you can stay connected and spread a little bit of that Disney magic yourself by just doing something as simple as mailing a letter or card to a person in the exchange group. It's free. All it costs you is the cost of a stamp, or if there's something you want to send, that's completely up to you. If you go to wdwradio.com/magicmail, I think you need to sign up by Friday, by Friday. And then Shannon, the magic elf, will pair you up randomly with somebody else in the exchange group. You guys exchange cards or letters. And I know some people, if you've done it in the past, let me know in the comments. There she is. There's Shannon. Shannon King is the magic elf. Sometimes she wears her Christmas elf costume. Now she's wearing her springtime elf outfit. It's a lot of fun. And it really is a great way to let this community that you have created really continue to expand beyond just the conversations that we have here and the conversations that we have in the clubhouse. So there you go. It's www.radio.com/magicmail. And then you're definitely going to want to stay tuned as we come approaching the holidays again, as we do our ornament exchange, which is always a lot of fun. So definitely go and check that out as well. Let's see. What else? Magic Mail, Marvel Cruise, music. I know. It's time to go to our Disney Plus pick of the week. Oh, well, there you go. I already spoiled it for you. It didn't matter because it's what we were talking about last week too. Pretend that there was a huge fanfare and lots of music and special effects. Not that I had any of those things prepared. But obviously, moving on from WandaVision, we have to go right on to the Falcon and Winter Soldier. And I don't have it pulled up for you. But if you are interested in talking about Falcon and Winter Soldier, as well as other things come out, spoilers, you can join our spoiler support group on Facebook. It is a spoiler-filled place that you can come to talk about your theories as you're watching the show, questions, share links, share thoughts, whatever it might be. As we've moved from the magic and mystery of WandaVision into something that feels a little, and this will be a spoiler-free discussion here for tonight's purposes, in case you haven't watched this yet, but you should. Falcon and Winter Soldier feels a little bit more like what you're used to from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it also, like WandaVision, is really more about the characters, a much more in-depth look at the characters of Sam and Bucky and the real world and the real life things that they have experienced, almost in a PTSD type of way, dealing with the reality of their day-to-day situation as they start to mix in and weave in some of the hints of what is to come. It's filled with action. It feels like an MCU movie. There's that great, there's a great, I like Bucky Barnes a lot. There's something about him, and I just sort of dig Sebastian Stan. If you ever watched Hot Tub Time Machine, he was actually the snowmobile, like the ski lift rescue guy there. You're like, wait a minute, that's the Winter Soldier. But so what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing here are comments like this, and there's no right. I liked it, but I'm not as hooked as WandaVision yet. Remember, though, Andrew, and for those people who said, oh, you left feeling not as hooked, the same. Remember the first 2 episodes of WandaVision? Remember how you're like, okay, yeah, I liked it. I don't know what's going on, and it doesn't feel like the word that everybody used was it's different. This, too, is different, and I think what it's doing is it's just starting to rev up, and it's just starting to ramp up, and I think, like WandaVision, a lot of what we see and maybe don't understand in the first episode is going to come full circle as we start to hit episode 2, 3, 4, and 5. There are a lot of little Easter eggs if you go in and if you watch very closely, including the credits themselves, not the post-credit, but the credits themselves are hints, major hints, as to what and who is to come. And again, I'm going to keep this spoiler free. And forgive me that I don't have my spoiler. Maybe I do. Maybe I do have a spoiler image for you that I can share. Well, I guess I don't. Well, I'll share this one. There you go. So you can join our spoiler support group on Facebook. Just search for spoiler support group. I think I have a link to it in the clubhouse as well. So, Jessica says, I can't wait for more of the banter between Sam and Bucky. I love the relationship that they have. And if you watch the trailer, you see that there's going to be a lot of that interaction and the development of that relationship. And beyond just sort of the buddy comedy, I think there's going to be a lot more depth and a lot more meaning to it. Amanda says, a great mix of action and character development. There was an emotional aspect to this, which hit, and I've watched it 3 times so far, which is interesting because for WandaVision, I was watching an episode, and as soon as it was over, I was watching it again. And this one, I sort of let it sort of sit and just kind of ruminate on it for a while. And then about a week later, I went back and I watched it again, and then I watched it again. So I watched it 2 more times, and I picked up so much more, and I enjoyed it so much more the second time, because I think the first time I wanted to see how different it was going to be. I wanted to see what this was going to be, because I think Falcon and Winter Soldier is like, they're in a very tough spot, right? Like they're in like the Friday night primetime spot, meaning it's super hard to be the show. Okay, so since I don't watch modern TV, it was really hard to be the show that followed Cheers. It was really hard to be the show that followed Moonlighting or MASH or whatever, because those shows built you up so much that anything else almost felt like a letdown. WandaVision was so good and was so exciting and had us just theorizing day to day and hour to hour, that to come off at such a high for WandaVision, our expectations are up here. So when Falcon and Winter Soldier does not deliver that same type of mystery or intrigue or excitement at the beginning, you're like, oh, well, that was nice. I think it's doing that same thing that WandaVision did. And I think it's going to continue. I think it's going to ramp up even much more quickly than WandaVision did. Remember, WandaVision, it took to about episode 3, episode 4 before things really started to happen. I think this is going to start happening next week. And if you are a fan of the comics and you know the backstories, a lot of the characters that you're seeing being introduced now have much, much deeper stories that are clearly being set up. And I'm not going to, again, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody who hasn't watched it yet or who does not know, but there's a lot more to come, and there's going to be more. I think there's more major character introduction here than just seeing the one villain that we know is on his way. And I think it's going to be not just only a self-contained show like WandaVision, but I think even more so, it is very much going to lay the foundation for a lot of what we're going to see in the next phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Possibly even more so than WandaVision, especially in terms of character introduction. So, excuse me, Jeremy. So Jeremy too, and I love seeing this, right? I love the fact that, like WandaVision, people are doing things like subscribing to Marvel Unlimited. They're going and getting trade paperbacks. Like, go if you have a local comic book store near you, or even not near you. Like, and I don't care if it's you, son, daughter, brother, go by yourself. Like, go to your local comic book store, right? You talk about local businesses that need help. Your local comic book store, I will tell you, needs help. I know local comic book store owners who very much suffered, and some did not make it through the pandemic. But to be able to go and say, hey, you can walk in and say, look, I'm really digging what's going on Disney Plus, from whether it's the WandaVision storyline or now Falcon and Winter Soldier. I will tell you, they are ready for you to walk in because they either have the trade paperbacks that you need. And a trade paperback, if you don't know, is like a series of comics that are combined into a single book. Like, wait. So the trades come in a couple of different ways. So this is an example of a trade paperback. Um, they come in different sizes, and they're copies of the actual comics. Um, it might be a series, it might be part of a series. There's also some of them will come as trade hardbacks too. These are usually smaller versions. Usually, like there'll be two or three comics that will be in a single one. But it's a great way to help get you caught up to storylines that you see. So if you want to find out more about who was that weird looking guy at the end, that these will help catch you up and help even sort of prepare you and make you understand more about what's to come. So if you have a comic book store near you, I highly suggest that you go. Comic books it's cool to be a comic book fan again. If not, you can find a ton. Midtown Comics is a huge comic book store in New York. They probably have one of the biggest selections you'll be able to find. You can order those online as well. So, William says, I'm skeptical, but it's how I roll with the NG. So Andrew, I couldn't think of I was trying to think of popular shows like from way back when, and I was not a huge fan of Cheers or Frasier. So, Ryan says I was sold when I saw Diet Cap. That's you know what, Marcus, I think he is. I think he is. I absolutely think Justin Hammer is coming back. So, Lisa has House of M as a trade collection, and was trying to find Spider-Gwen, and it was a struggle. There's actually, so locally here in Orlando, and I have no skin in the game. This is not a sponsored thing. I'm a huge fan of Coliseum of Comics. They are I think they have 10 or 11 stores throughout Florida, including some that are very, very close here in Orlando. And they're huge, and they've got not only a great selection of comics, but collectibles, Funkos, tabletop gaming. Excuse me, some of them actually have areas in the back. Then on nights and weekends, you can go if you're a tabletop gamer, like a Dungeons and Dragons or Magic or or Pokemon even. You can go and play, but the people are super, super nice, super helpful, and they always have a huge collection in stock. And it's a great way. It's something fun to do on your own, and especially if you want to do, like I take my son all the time. Like that's sort of our thing, is we'll go and we'll hit Coliseum of Comics on a weekend just to browse, maybe pick up, a trade or something that's new. But Marvel has been doing a great job of releasing and re-releasing comics that will help get you caught up on what's happening in the MCU as well as on Disney Plus. They also have a series. I don't have any here. They're all in the closet. They also have a series called True Believers, which they're $1. They're $1 comics, and they're reprints of the issue number ones of old comics. So whether it's X-Men, What If, Fantastic Four, if you want to sort of read the original one without spending $250,000 on Amazing Fantasy 15, they reprint them exactly as they were in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So you're able to sort of get that original comic book experience, and it's a great way, especially if you have kids. I love going, and I have a stack. When I cleaned up my shelves, I moved things around. But I have a stack of True Believers that I buy for friends like that have kids. So if they come over or like I go to their house, a lot of times I'll try and bring some because I think it's a great way to introduce some kids to comic books without having to make a huge investment at all. So and the place is called Coliseum of Comics. So Marcus, there's one. Crumb's World is the one I think you're talking about in Winter Garden. Crumb's World. It's a little bit smaller. Really nice people in there. There was another one. There was a Coliseum of Comics in the West Oaks Mall, which I believe is still there. There used to be. There's another one. There's a few. But Coliseum is really really nice. Coliseum is so Josh says when I'm in Orlando, that's where he goes. John Olive says Midtown Comics is great. Let's see. Let me catch up. Sorry, I'm way behind. I did see the Seinfeld Funkos. I'm trying to like limit my Funkos. Like I have a huge Spider-Man collection of Funkos up there, and I'm trying to limit the ones that I'm getting. But does Coliseum of Comics have Disney? So they do, Caleb. They have not just current ones, but they have old ones as well too. They also, all the Coliseums, I think all of them, they have a section for like young adult comics, and they have a lot of like Disney comics. You could also get some of the older ones for like 50 cents. So you can come home with a stack of comics for a couple of bucks. It's a great introduction. And again, if you have young kids, whether they be 7 or 17, I think introducing them to reading comics and collecting comics is a really neat thing to do together. So yeah, Ryan goes to Crumb's World. I like Crumb's World. It's a little small. Crumb's is a little small. They have that slot car track in the back still, I think. But Coliseum, man, Coliseum is the jam. If you've never been to Coliseum, Ryan, the one in Kissimmee is a little bit of a hike, but it's the biggest one, at least sort of in our immediate area. The one by Millennia is nice too. It's across from the mall over where by Target is. Let's see. Always Spider-Man. Josh Hodges. Obviously, you can see. I agree with you 100%. What comic changed the way I thought about comics? Wow, that's interesting. Which one changed the way I thought about comics? I was always a Spider-Man fan early on, like going way back. And those are the ones I sort of remember reading. I actually remember reading, and I can still see the cover of Captain America and the Falcon, where Falcon had his suit was red and white, as opposed to sort of the red, white, and blue and sort of the dark reds that it is now. And I loved the Falcon. Like I love the idea of the Falcon and the costume that he had. But in terms of sort of what changed for me, gosh, I don't know. I always loved. So I always loved the Green Goblin. I almost wore my Green Goblin shirt tonight, but I didn't want. I want to give you additional reasons to laugh at me. I loved Green Goblin. I thought he was just such a cool villain. I loved his backstory, but and I've said this in the past, and I know I'm not the only one. The reason why Spider-Man is the most popular comic book character, period, is because he's so relatable. And I felt that as a kid growing up. Like, he was a teenager. I was a young kid. I was nerdy. I didn't have a lot of friends. Like, all the things that he was going through, I did. And I used to pretend that I had spider powers, and I would, like, whatever. I spent a lot of time alone at home as a kid. But I did. And so that was always it for me. So, but I'm digging Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm super excited for Friday and to see where this second episode takes us and how the character development progresses. Not just Sam and Bucky, but the other secondary and tertiary characters that we're seeing, and sort of learning more about who the bad guys are and why. So I say thank you. My wallet says, darn you. What got me back into reading was the newer Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. There's so much. And you can even, if you don't want to invest in the Marvel Unlimited app yet, I believe the Marvel Unlimited app is, I want to say $7, $8, $9 or so a month. You can also download, there's a Marvel Comics app, and you can actually browse a lot of comics here, And if you click on the Discover tab, they have a lot of comics and stories that you can read for free. You don't even need to buy anything. So here they have a Falcon and Winter Soldier. Oops. Right here. And it will help give you the background and the story as well as the essential reading. So there's a team up, Falcon's first appearance, Sam Wilson's history, Bucky Barnes' first appearance. So you get a great primer for what you're seeing on TV. So they do a lot of this research for you, and a lot of these you can read for free, or you can buy it for like 99 cents and just read it right on your phone or your tablet. So there you go. And that's just the Marvel. It's just the Marvel Comics app. So let's see. I learned a lot about the Donald Duck comics on Twitter. So Jeremy also had a lot of fun going back to the Wanda and Vision comics. Yeah, you couldn't get those here. It was a really tough time finding the Wanda and Vision comics. House of M was like impossible to find at Coliseum of Comics for a while. Has anybody been to the Lakeland Antique Mall for comics, pins, or Disney resorts and park stuff like home decor and furniture? I haven't been there in ages. I know it's been getting a lot more attention recently. If you're looking for Disney stuff like that, I think there's still a couple of places here that have furniture and stuff. And if you have a friend who's a cast member who can get you into Company D or Cast Connection, a lot of times they'll have that kind of stuff if you're looking for it. So Jeremy says Marvel Unlimited is $9.99 a month if you pay monthly. So Marcus says Marvel Unlimited is so worth it. All kinds of stuff. Marvel Star, reading all the Civil War stuff in order. It's awesome. Yeah, and it's great the fact that you don't have to go to a comic book store if you don't want to. You could just sort of pull it up immediately on your phone. So yeah, so I've heard that too, Lisa, that the prices at Lakeland are, it's almost like the stuff is priced not to sell. Just like some of the old, I won't name them, some of the old theme park resale stores that were in the area a number of years ago. Sometimes they would jack up the prices way more than what they should be, which is possibly why they're not all in business anymore. So yeah, but a lot of furniture and stuff like that. You're gonna overpay if you go to Lakeland. But if you have a friend who can get you into Cast Connection or Company D, that's the play if that's the kind of stuff that you are looking for. So let's see. Do we have any idea when Play Pavilion is opening in Guardians? No, and I think Disney is being very smart in not even giving us dates right now, because just so much has not only been delayed, but so much is still up in the air. But it's 8:30, and we haven't even gotten to the top 5 live yet. So with that, it's time. And the top 5 live, as you know, is our weekly-ish conversation of some of the best Disney, Marvel, Star Wars. Jennifer, yes, libraries sometimes have comics, but I'm telling you, that Marvel app is a great way to get started, and most of them are free or as little as 99 cents. So definitely go and check out the Marvel app. So, all right. So for this week's top 5 live, I really wanted to think, and I was struggling with this today, like what to talk about, because there's a few ideas that I have, but I want to save those for later, and including the top 5 steaks and top 5 chicken. I almost did top 5 chicken sandwiches because I was craving desperately an Everglazed funky chicken like there's nobody's business. Like I might have to go. Oh, I can't go on Friday. I can't eat meat. I might have to go on Saturday early to Disney Springs and get me a funky chicken because I'm having some funky chicken withdrawals. So today I got to thinking what we could do for a top 5 live, and maybe because I was hungry, as I always am, I turned to food, but not necessarily, and I say all the time that I'm more of a savory guy than I am sweets. So this week's topics might surprise you because I'm going to share my top 5 sweet shops in Walt Disney World, because there are a lot of places to get. Sometimes you just need a little sweet treat when you go to the parks or resorts, either just something to satisfy your sweet tooth, to sugar up for the rest of the day, or sometimes there's just those things that you love going for, or browsing for candy apples and cupcakes and all the good stuff. So I'm going to share my personal top 5 places to get sweets. And yes, Becky, you have seen me take down a sweet or 2 or 10. If I'm in the mood, I can do some damage. And it also depends on where and when. And as I was making this list, I was very, very, very hungry. But I'm going to try and avoid the savory and stick with the sweet. And here you go. My top 5 sweet shops in Walt Disney World starts off with the Candy Cauldron in Disney Springs. And I mentioned the Candy Cauldron first because other than what you'll find sort of in terms of bagged candies, I think they're sort of famous for walking by that window and watching them make the candy apples in so many different designs and flavors and characters. And it's almost this wonderful art that the candy apple artists create. And they'll cut them for you to make it a little bit easier, but they also have lots of baked goods as well. And it's a nice, easy grab and go thing, especially as you're just sort of wandering through Disney Springs. So coming in at 5 is the Candy Cauldron. Coming in at 4 is the Caramel Place in Germany. I've already butchered the poor German language enough this past week on the show. This is all things caramel and then some. And they have some amazingly delicious treats. They had this caramel-covered dark chocolate toffee thing that I had the last time I was there that was so good. And when you walk by, that smell of that freshly popped and made caramel corn is just, it's a remarkable thing, and it's delicious. And it's really, really nice to walk in there. Great place, especially if you're going back to your resort or getting ready to leave to go home. Great place to get stuff to take with you. And now I'm craving that caramel popcorn because I do love me some popcorn. All right, so coming in at number 4 is Caramel Kuche. And coming in at number 3, we're going to stay in World Showcase. I think the discussions this week is probably what kept me here. The Kringler Bakery au Café. It might not be what you think of for sweet treats, but we talked this week about the lefse and the school bread, and they have, and oftentimes they'll change seasonally, but they have some great muffins and cupcakes and sweet treats. And I know lefse is not everybody's cup of tea, but I actually love lefse with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. It is really, really nice. It's something different than maybe something that you've had before. They also have, not just in the cafe, but next door in the store, they have a number of Norwegian and Swedish candies, including some very unique. I love licorice. I love black licorice, but the Norwegian black licorice has a very, very different flavor and intensity to it. Obviously, school bread is a lot of people weighing in on the love of the school bread. I get it. You say school, I'll split. We'll split a school bread and a lefse, and it's a nice afternoon right there. All right, coming in at number 2, I'm staying. I know I've got this World Showcase thing going on, and how could I not mention Mr. Koshi? I think I've incorporated Japan into basically every show that I have ever done, and Mitsukoshi is on the list not because there's anything that you can buy there that's like freshly made in like a bakery, but they have such a cool selection of unique Japanese sweets. The Japanese love sweets, and sweet shops and candies are like everywhere that you go in Japan. And they have some flavors and mixes of flavors that you won't necessarily find anywhere else. And I love being able to go into Mitsukoshi, and especially when my kids were younger, going to Mitsukoshi, picking out 2 or 3 things and just sitting outside on one of the little stone benches and trying them all. And sometimes, you can have some fun for just a couple of dollars each, but some of them are really, really good. And I love some of the matcha and the green tea candies that they have in there as well. And coming in at number one, this should be no surprise to anybody. How could it not be the Main Street Confectionery? I'm old school. Main Street Confectionery is not just the place that looks good and it smells good and it tastes good, and there's something about having candy from there like on Main Street. The same way the popcorn tastes better, the candy tastes better, the sweets taste better, the chocolates taste better there. And I don't know why, and it might just be a sentimental thing, but I think there's something about that's part of the rite of passage of going into Magic Kingdom and getting a little sweet treat from the confectionery on your way in or on your way out. And obviously this is no surprise to anyone. And yes, I'm watching in the comments how many of you, led by Becky, leading you down the pathway of drinking your sweets and the chocolate martini on the cruise, which, by the way, don't forget, Marvel Day at Sea next year. They will be flowing, I'm sure. And of course, I have to have a couple of honorable mentions. Vivoli Il Gelato in Disney Springs, right across from the boathouse, always has such wonderful flavors of different types of gelati there that are made daily in-house. They also have ice creams and coffees, yes, Becky, sometimes with alcohol, that are absolutely delicious. Pineapple and Aloha Isle, of course, you can't mention sweets without mentioning Dole Whips and all the derivations thereof. Zuri's Sweet Shop in Disney's Animal Kingdom. You're like, why would you mention Zuri's in particular? And this comes in not just because it's one of the better sweet shops in Animal Kingdom, but years ago, they used to have, and wait, I'll take this off. Years ago in Zuri's Sweet Shop, they used to have, and it was there for a very, very short period of time, it was called Match the Species. And you would go in, and they have a cold cabinet inside, and inside the baked goods cabinet, they would have these little cups of what they called, it was like a game. It was called Match the Species. And there would be edible versions of different types of animal poop. I'm not making this up. Like, this was, I kid you not that this was a real thing. So there was elephant and cotton top tamarin and hippo, and there was like one other one, like giraffe or something. And there was 4 different ones, and you had to sort of guess which one was which, and they all had different flavors. Like, you know, they would be like chocolate peanut butter fudge, and one would be like chocolate marshmallow with, you know, salted caramel on top or something. But it was this very weird, somewhat disturbing game that you could play. And then they would give you, if you asked them, they would give you a card, there was a laminated sheet that would give you hints. So you could be like, oh, this one looks like the elephant poop. I would like the elephant poop. It didn't last very long. It was under, it was like $4 or so. So, I mean, it was something fun to do with kids or with friends if you could get past the idea that you were eating something that looked specifically and intentionally like elephant poop. And Sprinkles cupcakes, weigh in on the Sprinkles. There are some people I know who swear by Sprinkles, and they will wait online for hours for them. And other people are like, nah, it's a $7 cupcake. My daughter loves Sprinkles. There's a couple of them that they have a dark chocolate banana one that is my weakness. And because it's dark chocolate, it's a superfood. So I think that it is healthy. But that's my list. That is my list of my top 5 sweet shops in Walt Disney World. Tell me, what did I miss? How out of order is my list? I saw a few people mention Ghirardelli in Disney Springs. And I know I was going to put Goofy's Candy Company in there as an honorable mention, but if I would have, my top 5 really would have been a top 10. So the thing I like about Goofy's Candy Company is that you have them, yeah, and maybe I should have put that on there instead of Candy Cauldron, but Goofy's Candy Company allows you to, it has the make your own bar, right? Where you can go and say, you pick a pretzel and you can sort of add all of your toppings to it. So I should have probably put Goofy on there. But the nice thing about these lists is it doesn't matter. right? There's no right or wrong answer. It's all in fun. And, I'm not so heavily invested that I get upset, and neither should you if I miss it. It's a way just to have some fun conversation, not like that. Mangello's an idiot. How does he not put Goofy's Candy Company on there? I should have, and I completely forgot about the chocolate-covered pretzels, which now I want a chocolate-covered pretzel too. I really should have eaten before the show tonight. So, all right, it's 8:45. Let me see. Our family always stops at the confectionery on the way out of the kingdom or our last day of vacation for treats for the plane ride home. Didn't like herself. Oh, baby cakes. Yeah, so baby cakes is not baby cakes anymore, right? It's now, God, I don't remember the name of it now. It's like Ellen's or what is baby cakes called now? It's called Erin McKenna's. Erin McKenna's is what baby cakes used to be. And when baby cakes first opened, I haven't been there in a long time. They actually had some of the stuff was really good. Some of the stuff tasted like it didn't have some of the ingredients in it, but some of it was really good. And I just haven't been there in a long, long time. So. Martin Shergold says, at this speed, we should be doing 20 questions soon. It's exactly what we're going to do next. Don't worry. I have something new to give away tonight. So, Kyle Bollmeyer, we will do some 20 questions to close out the night and wrap things up. What about the sweet shop in the France Pavilion? So, Carlos, I actually like the Le Hal, and I don't forgive my pronunciation. The Le Hal Bakery. For the savory stuff that you can find in there. They have some great savory sandwiches. It's a really nice place actually to get breakfast in World Showcase, going there early in the morning. Plus the bread is really, really good there. And the ice cream, the Artisan de Glace has nice ice cream too. I know my kids used to like the pressed, the warm bread sandwiches. I don't remember exactly what it is that they're called. So, but so let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about yours. And let's, why not? Let's do a little 20 questions. And 20 questions, as you may or may not know, is a simple contest where I will write something down on a sheet of paper, which can be a show, it can be an attraction, a character, current, extinct, something in it is something in Walt Disney World that is here or was here, and you will ask 20 or more. We'll just keep going until somebody gets it right. Yes or no questions. The first one that I see, because the chat goes by fast, the first one that I see to get it right will win a Disney prize package. So, when am I going to call Becky? No, that's not the question. Look, that's why God invented Messenger. Telephone's so overrated. I'm kidding. We'll chat soon. It's been a week. So this week, what you are playing for is, and I introduced these during the Everglazed event a few weeks ago. These are brand new. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Come on now, camera. There you go. These are brand new WDW Radio. These are different pins because these are these cool like 3D acrylic pins, and they're super bright, really nice. I really like the colors on these, even better than the enamel pins. And you're not only going to win the pin, but never before seen a WDW Radio keychain as well. So that's going to be in your prize package this week. These I just got a couple of days ago, like while I was away. So these are super cool. You get the pin and the button to show your love of WDW Radio. And let me come up with something here. Let's see. All right, I got it. Don't start asking yet because I'm not even looking. Okay, so I've got it here on the sticky. Again, be understanding and forgiving because sometimes it goes by fast. The first one that I see, and I've got two excuse me, uh, two windows going on at the same. Somebody said the keychain. You want to see the key? You want to see this as a pin? Is that what you? Somebody said you want to see that as a pin. I could probably make that happen too. Okay, so 20 questions, all yes or no. I will try and not just bark out my yes or no answers, but remind you of the questions and sort of where we are to help get you caught up. Good. Bow is not the answer. I almost wrote down the wave, but I didn't. So all right. So here you go. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go. I'm not even going to bother counting numbers because it is not the wave. It is not the wave. It is not Blue Zoo. Also someplace. The Miso Glaze Miro. Good golly, it's so good. It is not the Boathouse, the Wave, or Blue Zoo. Is it in Disney Springs? No. Is it a ride? No. Is it extinct? No. Is it in a resort? Yes. Is it in a park? No. Is it a parade? No. Is it a restaurant? No. Is it in Disney Springs? No. Is it food related? Sort of. Is it a suite? No. Is it an attraction? No. Is it edible? No. Is it funky chicken? No. But Richard, I want one so bad. Is it a candy company? No. Big River Grill? No. Kona Cafe? No. Is it a food item? No. Well, we have a winner. Holy cow. We have Howie Herman. How did you do that? How did you get Scat Cat Club already? Howie Herman got, wow. That happened way faster than I thought it would be. Howie Herman, how did you come up with Scat Cat Club so fast? We didn't even narrow down resorts. Did I hold it? I didn't show it, did I? Howie got it. Maybe we should do this again. That was so quick. That was so fast. Too fast. Now everybody's mad that I've been too fast. Howie Herman, wait. How did you guess that so quickly? How did that happen? Did I talk about it on this week's show? No, because maybe I did. Oh, maybe I did. Did you get it from this week's show? Because it's that camera back of me. I'm still trying to figure out how Howie Herman. So Howie, send me an email with your address and I will get your prize package out to you right away. Wow. Good night, everybody. That's it. He says he thinks it got mentioned. I think I mentioned on the podcast too, and we were talking about the American Adventure and jazz. So not the scat treat. So did he see the reflection in my glasses? No, impossible. Melanie, you're making me go crazy here. Well, I think that's the fastest somebody might have ever gotten it. Maybe that was a Jedi mind trick. So, all right, let's do one more just for fun. Let's just do one more just for fun. And, all right, hold on. Let's do one more just for fun. All right, starting all over again in 3, 2, 1. I'm not going to hold this one up. And Howie, you can't play. So this one's just for fun. All right, go ahead. One more time. Starting from 0. We're resetting everything and going from 0. Still trying to, I can't believe how we got that. Is it in a park? Yes. Festival rated? No. Magic Kingdom? No. Is it extinct? Yes. Is it Howie Herman? No, it is not Howie Herman. Is it Japan? No. Is it a character? No. Is it Olivia's? No. Dumbo? No. Ride? Yes. Restaurant? No. So does a ride? Is it in a park? Yes. Is it in Epcot? Yes. Is it Howie? No. Is it an extinct show in MGM? No. Is it Horizons? No. Is it a ride? Yes. Can I shove it in my face? It would hurt if you did. Is it Food Rocks? No. It is not veggie fruit. Is it a volcano? A volcano? Becky, where are you? What are you even talking about? Is it 20,000 Leagues? No. Toad? No. It isn't Epcot. Epcot. Living with the Land. Maelstrom. Wait. I just saw somebody get it. Taylor Page Corbett. God, you guys are good. It is, in fact, Body Wars. So, wow. You know what? I was going to put something else down. I'm like, no, it's going to be too hard. They're never going to get it. Next week, when we do this and I give away the pin and the keychain again, I'm going to have to start making these a little bit tougher, just so make it a little bit more challenging for you. You guys are getting too good at this, or I'm getting too soft. It might be that. I might just be getting, whoops, hey, wait a minute. Too soft in my old age. I do need to step up my game. So, all right. So I'm going to do one. You know what, Becky, because you said that, I should do one just for Becky and see if Becky can get it. Wait, let me do one. And if Becky can get it in 20 questions, if Becky can get it right in 20 questions, I don't know. I'll do something. Maybe, you know what, Becky? We'll save this for a show. So next time we record a show together, instead of lightning round, we're going to play 20 questions. And if you get it right, if you don't get it, I will have a challenge for you. And if you do get it right, you can have a challenge for me. So, guys, it's never going to be the grease tape. It'll never be the grease tape. Maybe at my wake, I'll allow it to be shown, but it would have to be found first. And right now, I will tell you, nobody would find it. Nobody would find it. So, Pamela, I'm going to buy her a drink anyway. So, but be careful before you say I'm in, Becky. Be careful, because you don't know what I might have as the challenge you need to do. So we'll talk about this beforehand to make sure we can still be friends when the game is over, of course. All right, a couple of quick reminders for you. You may have seen it pop up before. Right now, there's a flash sale going on over at TeePublic for not just WDW Radio logo gear, but Disney, Marvel, Star Wars shirts. Go to the WDW Radio store, check out some of the ones I've curated there, but also do a search and browse through TeePublic. There are amazing artists. There are thousands and thousands. So if you want a Falcon and Winter Soldier shirt, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Battlestar Galactica, Disney, Raya and the Last Dragon, anything you could think of, they have there. And now through Sunday, you'll save 35% off, but you have to use wdwradio.com/shirts in order to take advantage of the sale. Don't forget all the other stuff we have going on. In addition to the podcast and the live show tonight, be part of the community and the conversation by going to wdwradio.com/community if you're not already in the clubhouse. And stay tuned to the blog and for maybe another event coming up soon-ish. And do me a favor, please invite your friends to be part of the community and conversation as well. Let me give you another quick reminder about our Marvel Day at Sea Cruise, February 5th through the 10th, 2022. It's going to be here before you know it. And I promise you that nobody has more fun than we do. And we are going to need this cruise more than ever. And Becky and I have, despite what she says, Becky and I have been talking a lot and have some really cool things planned for the cruise coming up and going forward. Also, please don't forget to be part of the WDW Radio Nation. It is a great way for you to help the show for as little as $1 a month. And depending on the level in which you join, not only does it also help the benefit our Dream Team project to benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation of America, but you also get rewards every month, including scavenger hunts and trivia quests. We have a live video group call that I'm going to schedule probably for next week, care packages from the parks, and lots more. And it is a great way to help show your support and friendship. Also, don't forget to, speaking of support and friendship, when you are looking to come to Walt Disney World, and now is the time, now is the best time, please go and visit Mouse Fan Travel. Whether you're coming to the world, coming on our cruise, going on any Disney cruise, Disneyland, yay, is going to be open sooner rather than later. They will be able to help you with all available prices and discounts, all at no cost to you. Please go and check out Sideshow Collectibles for the coolest, highest quality collectibles and art you will find for Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, and pop culture. I'm a huge fan of Sideshow Collectibles. I love to show. This is my favorite of the ones that I currently have. This is a scale model. I'll take it off the stand. It is a scale model of the Battlestar Galactica, of which I'm a huge fan of the original series as well as the 2003 series. It's incredibly detailed. It's super well made. You can see the amount of detail. And same thing on all of their Disney products as well. You can see the number of different statues that they have. Becky, I'm going to put this one up just for you because I know you love him. That is not a photo of Chris Hemsworth. That is actually one of the Sideshow models of Thor. And they have a huge variety, not just of Marvel characters, but you can see the detail here, even in things like Maleficent. There is, Beauty and the Beast. There's Hades. Huge variety that you can choose from. And again, you can check it out over at wdwradio.com/sideshow. What else? I know I'm forgetting something else, and I can't remember what it is. I don't know. Either way, anyway, thank you. Wednesday continues to be my favorite night of the week because of you and the friendship that you extend me. I love being able to get together like this with you, and you always put a smile on my face. I hope that tonight and the podcast does that for you as well. If it does, please help spread the word. Like when we're done here, when you log off tonight, do me a favor. If you can, share a link to the podcast, either in your favorite podcast player or this week's episode or the Clubhouse. The more people that we can get to listen and become part of the community, the better. I don't run ads. I don't like to spam people, do anything like that. But anything you could do to help spread the word is very much appreciated. Thank you so much for being part of not just the community, but my family, and always choosing the good and spreading the good to others. I love and appreciate you. If there's anything I could do for you, please reach out and let me know. So until next time, or maybe stay tuned. I might go live from the Flower and Garden Festival. Top 5 Live is coming, I promise. I love you. I appreciate you. See you.